Hi, John Valvano here. Now we're going to have some fun, and that is we're going to start laying it out, which is basically the process of changing all these yellow air wires to actual copper. Okay, so I'm going to start with ground because it's usually the hardest because it goes to so many places, and then I'll do 3.3. Okay, so I'm going to click on this command here, which is to route air wire. And now, one of the workflows in doing this is anytime I'm going to go left and right, I will basically use the top red, and anytime I'm going to go up and down, I'll use the bottom copper, the blue. Okay. So I'm going to do route an air wire, and I'm going to find a ground pin. Here's one. Okay, I use the roll bar to scroll in. The second thing I want to do is choose the size. So for my ground, I'm going to use a 20 mil, which is a larger current air wire. A copper trace. And so I'm going to click where I want to start. And then as I roll it, you can see it's adding a trace. Okay, and now I'm going to use what's called a miter turn. I do a click, and then I turn, and you can see it did a 45-degree turn. But now I want to go up, and so I'm going to hit the space bar, and you can see it added a little circle. And now when I go say space bar, click, and now when I go up, it's going to be blue, which is the bottom. Okay, and so I'm going to go up here. I'm going to do another miter turn, click, space bar, click, and now I'm up on the top layer again, click, and then I'm going to end. Oops, I missed it. So if I click here, you see it won't let me do it. So I said I made a mistake, so I'm going to do a Z, and a Z, and a Z, and I'm going to start over, be on the bottom, and click here. I'm going to go up to that spot here. Sorry, you see I missed it. Okay, so I'm going to click over here, space bar, puts it on the top, click, and now I'm on the top, and make myself a miter turn, and now it's going to be happy. All right, so again, I'm going to connect up, and one of the ways in which I do this is I want to be in a star pattern. Okay, and so I don't want to have any circles. Okay, so I am going to pick a certain spot and basically draw my ground in a star. Okay, and I'll go ahead and use. Doesn't matter where I start. I'm going to start here. Okay, I'm going to go mostly down. Okay, so I'm going to start with the bottom, and I'm going to go down here. I'm going to go down. I'm going to go all the way around the bottom. Zoom in. Okay. Click. Zoom over. You can see I want to click right to. Okay. Now I want to go sideways. So I'm going to click, hit the bar, click, and now I'm on the top. Okay. So again, it will let me land if I'm correct. And it won't let me land if you would somehow be stupid, okay? So I'm going to connect all of these ground pins, which are on the bottom of these resistors here, okay? So I know I'm going to go over here next, so I'll go red, okay? It's a little bit down, but it's mostly sideways. Click, 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 click. Okay, here it goes to there. Okay, so this one is a mostly sideways here. So I'm going to go here. Okay, let's see. Where else do I got ground? This pin is here, but it's an up. You see that? It's an up. So I'm going to go blue, bottom. Okay. So this guy here, I'm going to go down. And now this is a very interesting thing that I just created here. I have a parallel combination of a red wire and a blue wire in the same spot, and this is called a fence. I can't get any wires in there, but that's okay. Let's see, what else have I got ground? I'm going to the display. Okay, so again, this is mostly left and right. So I'll do it on the top, 20 mils. And so I'll come up here. It's mostly left to right. and use a miter turn and click. Okay, I see another ground pin going over there, which is the bottom, but this is probably a mostly up, so I'll go blue. You see that? I'm going to go blue because it's, or I'll go partly blue, partly red. We'll see. Okay, so start here. It's blue, and so now I want to go left and right, so I'm going to change. That's the space bar. Okay, click, and now you can see it's red. Okay? And to make this pretty, I'm going to come in right here and click here, and then miter turn it in like that. Okay, so I got a ground there. I see another ground up here. One of these is ground. And so again, I'm going to go around the outside, even though it seems like a shorter path. I'm going to go around the outside. No, I don't have to. Okay, so sometimes you got to zoom in to see which one is ground. You can see that is a ground pin there. And so I'm going to, doesn't matter which way I start. Yeah, red, it's going to go left and right. Here, I'm going to go, and now I'm going up again. So I'm going to change directions, and then click here, click there. All right. Okay, ground. Let's see, we don't have any more grounds? Okay, so the LEDs have a ground. All right, the LEDs have a ground, so I'm going to connect it. Again, if you think about my star is here, and so this sort of spot here is my star. And so if I zoom into the LEDs, I can see which side is ground, right there. And so this is a mostly down, so I'm going to go blue. Okay, and so I'm going to go blue, click here, mostly down. This is mostly left and right, so I'm going to go red. Again, I'm trying not to make it too complicated. Click, click. All right, there's another ground. Okay, so up, up, over, down, click. Okay, so let's see, do we have any more grounds? I might have got them all, I might not have. So I'm just going to go on to the next step, is I'm going to do 3.3. Now 3.3 doesn't go that many places. It's going to go to my switches. It's going to go to my slide pot. So I'm going to do a plan here. If I zoom in and I see this 3.3 is going, if I zoom in, I can see there's 3.3 right there. You see that? And so I'll start there. And again, I'm going to do a star pattern. This is mostly up. So I'll start blue, route. And again, you can sort of see it's giving me a cheat code here. Right? You can see that it's telling me where to go, where it is. So, and as I click it off, you can see the yellow air wires go off. So I need to come down to these switches. Okay, and there's a 3.3, there's a 3.3, and so this is where the left and right is very helpful, and that is I can go past this line by going red. Okay, so I'm going to go red, I'm going to go a little bit up, but I'm going to do mostly over. Okay, see where I'm going with that? I'm going right over here. Mostly over, and then I'm going to change directions with a space bar, click, and now I'm going down. Okay, going down. Okay. And then you can see it ended. Okay, so this is a left and right, so I'll go up, click, oops, missed it, see, click, I did it again. See, you gotta get right in the middle there. So perfect. All right. Oops, this guy has to go up. No, yeah, no, it was blue. Sorry, blue. Click. All right. This is probably an up. So this is an over. So this one here is an up. So I'm going to go blue. Yeah, pretty ugly. Start over. Now my space bar to make a via, click, and then I'm going over. Now my particular son doesn't like vias, but I think for first time through here, this makes a lot of sense. Whenever you want to go up, you're going to go blue. Right? Whenever you want to go across, you're going to use red. Okay, so I'm going to go up, and now I want to go up and hit that spot. So I'm going to go blue, up. Alrighty, okay, let's see, red, 3.3 volts. Okay, I know I got to go 3.3 volts over to the display. Okay, so I got 3.3 volts to all of my switches. I know I have to go over here to this pin there. Okay, so it's not too bad. I'm going to go left and right. Okay, so again, I see all these traces here, so I better not make a block. So when I go up along here, I'm going to go blue. So this is a 3.3. Where's another 3.3? There's a 3.3. I'm going to go across this hole right there. Okay, red from here. Again, I like my miter turns. Click. Now, if things aren't quite perfect, you can see that's too high, that's too low. One of the things I'll just hit escape. One of the things I can do is I can change the grid. If I change the grid down to 25 mils, I have a finer ability to it's a little bit more chaotic, but I have a finer ability to hit spots. You see, so now I can go right down the middle of this. Okay. And now here I'm going to go up, click, space bar. I'm going to, space bar, click, up, space bar, click, red. And now I want to go to this spot here. And again, I worried about wires, so I'm going to put a space bar, click, and come down and hit the power. Okay, this is almost all up, and so I'll just go blue. Okay. Let's see. I think I don't see any more 3.3s. There's no 3.3 over there. There's no 3.3 over there. So I'm done with 3.3. Okay, so again, what you want to do is whenever you do some stuff, do a design rule check just to see if I didn't put two things in the same spot. Now, obviously, I got fewer air wires, which is good, but I didn't make any other mistakes. Okay, don't clear them because they're still mistakes. All right, so I routed power and ground, and in the next video, I'm going to do the signals.